Well, I've clearly ditched my flats and got a little bit fancy tonight because we're out at the annual South African Product of the Year Awards, where consumers get to vote for the products and brands that they love most. But before we check in with the consumer electronics category winners, let's get a little bit more acquainted with what this consumer survey is all about. Well, the consumer is key, I guess, so it's pretty awesome to be checking in with Mike Nolan, who is the global CEO of the Product of the Year Awards. Lovely to chat to you again. I know this is our second time with you.
It's great to be here. Always love being in Africa.
What is really special about South Africa's honours this year?
It's really exciting. In fact, some of the facts that we love is that it's similar around the world. So there's some differences for here in Africa, but also a lot of the issues about trying to find new products are just the same in New York as they are in Paris, as they are in Johannesburg. But still, there are different things that we find here in Africa. So a lot of convenience products. Also, we've got some great products which are making it easier for people to access technology. So that kind of stuff is really exciting for us here. So
the trend is still convenience, you would say, with consumers?
Yeah, I think people want to have that high-level experience, but sometimes they maybe can't quite afford it. So that's trying to bring that kind of innovation level into people's hands on a daily basis. Makes a huge difference.
And what we're seeing more and more is that with technology, everything has just been made increasingly simple.
Yeah.
So what are some of the trends that you've personally seen from year to year?
Sure. Well, as you say, there's this convenience thing, but there's also this desire to have what we call salon experience in the home. So people like to have food that's restaurant experience, but they like to bring it into the home. And that's the same with some of the technology. They see some of the cameras and the phones, and they see these things as kind of high level, but they still want to bring them to themselves. So that kind of bringing salon level products into the home makes a huge difference.
I know this is so difficult because it is all about awards and you can't really be too biased, but if you had to name a few of your favorite gadgets or items...
Sure.
Give it.
Well, there's a great peri-peri sauce this year, which is in a little sachet. So instead of buying a big bottle, you get the peri-peri sauce in a little sachet. Again, it's bringing convenience. People can use a little bit of this sauce wherever, however they want to do it.
Well, thank you so much, Mike. It's always good chatting to you.
It's great to be here.
And you kept it quite safe, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see who wins. We're checking in with Ritesh Suraj, who is the CEO of the South African leg of Product of the Year Awards. What is hot and happening with products in South Africa this year?
Well, I think one of the key things that we're seeing is that localization is big. The rand-dollar exchange rate has always been a bit of a problem, but now that global products are more expensive, I noticed that there's a lot more localization where people are manufacturing and innovating and creating products for our local market. Which
is not really a bad thing, because it is creating jobs and opportunities and allowing us to kind of cultivate original ideas.
Yes, and the beauty of it is really it's allowing us to create products that are for us. This is purely us as South Africans sitting here going, you know, those global products just do not make financial sense anymore. Now we have the opportunity to create products that make a difference, and we know we can be competitive enough for these products to succeed.
In terms of trends, and if you had to really zone in on the categories and where that behavior is happening most, with what products, what would you say?
Well, I mean, for Product of the Year, it's mainly the fast-moving consumer goods products because it's an easy access point. So it's very easy for someone to say, look, I want to create a household product or a personal care product. And we're seeing a lot of that. But the beauty of it, from the trends that we are following, we're noticing that there's a lot more effort being put into creating technology products that are localized and local-based. And the beauty of that we're seeing is that in a year or two to come, you're actually going to find a lot more South African names in the technology space.
A lot of people have also really been focusing on health. So whether it's what you're eating or making your life easier in the mornings.
Yes.
Has it been quite a big influence?
It has. It's massive. I mean, one of the winners for Product of the Year this year was the Phillips Avance air fryer. And that's a pure product based on health. And this is the latest iteration of this product. And what it's important is it's marrying technology and new trends with health and where people are looking for a healthier lifestyle. So reducing the fat, reducing the oil, but the entire delivery mechanism is totally based on innovation and technology to deliver on a simple consumer need that's required. You cannot sit back and be complacent. You have to understand if you have a fantastic product this year, it's only fantastic for a short while. If you do not innovate and you you do not improve, it's going to be gone next and your competitor is going to be in that space.
Now, I know it's very difficult to pick favorites, but what are some of your personal favorite gadgets at the moment, and what's making your life easier?
It's got to be a Huawei P8. Strange enough, it was a device that was given to me by the team at Huawei to test out for Product of the Year. And one of the things I realized is, in this tiny little package, you have got so many features at such a great price.
So there's the global space and then there's the South African space. What are some of the top finds in terms of consumer behavior and sought after products?
Well, consumers are looking for convenience. That's the number one thing. I think as life moves on, we have less and less time that's available. And when they're looking for convenience, what they're looking for is products that incorporate technology into it, products that incorporate innovation into them. And when these products come together in a marriage, they actually improve the consumer's life. So if you're really trying to capture a consumer these days, don't look for the products that they need to spend a long time on. Look for products that a consumer needs to minimize the interaction time with your product and them, but the end result is as if they've spent a really long time on it.
Ritesh, thank you so much for chatting to us, and it seems that convenience and technology stays winning.
It is, and thank you for attending the event and supporting us again this year.
Well, enough excitement. Let's meet the winners. But first, over to HTXT Africa for a tech review. Now back to Product of the Year to meet some of the winners in the electronics categories. Well, the smartphone category at the Product of the Year Awards is always a hot one. So right now, I'm with Michel Sutro, who's the Product Marketing Manager for Huawei, and he's just scooped in the Best Value Smartphone category. Congratulations. Tell us more about the win.
Cool. So we've won on the Huawei P8 Lite, which is our most affordable smartphone device, which actually brings great value to the consumer, right? So we've got all these great features of the device: our octa-core processor, 30 megapixel camera, and 5 megapixel selfie camera as well, all for the consumer at a beautiful price point.
Now, one of the greatest things about this award is that it's voted for, but it also gives you really cool bragging rights. So does it make a real big difference in terms of how you now go forward with your brand and your phones?
I definitely believe so. I mean, what it does is it actually gives the consumer a better belief in our products, right? So winning that award, it means a lot to us as a Huawei employee. And it actually shows the consumer we are actually a premium brand right now.
Well, Huawei has definitely been very innovative and forward-thinking. Could you give us any skinny on any really cool things to look out for the brand in 2016?
I can't mention much, but look forward to July this year. Some good stuff are coming through.
Okay, so we tried and we got it July. That's not bad. Watch the space. Well, hot off the stage with their product award, these are the ladies from Phillips. And let me just say, I'm almost kind of starstruck to be talking about your product, because last year, this year, it's remained consistent in terms of being a rock star. The air fryer! Woo! All right. What makes the air fryer hot, and why do you think it's won Product of the Year again?
So super fabulous product. You don't need to use any oil, no fats, and you get the same results as if you were. So really healthy cooking with the taste of normally using fat and oil. Basically, we have something called rapid air technology and a starfish design, which allows you to cook with something called, air technology, so that effectively you can cook anything from steak to chicken to fries using absolutely no oil. Also 80% less energy and far less shorter period of time of cooking.
Wow, incredible. Thanks, Lucy, for giving us the Technology 101. Now, Alka, I want to chat to you about some of the other products that Philips is actually soon to bring to the market in terms of technology and innovation.
Well, as you know, we are playing in a variety of consumer categories. We've got coffee machines, we've got other consumer products, garment care products. With the iron, for instance, the Perfect Care Azure, that doesn't burn your clothes. So you can iron straight from jeans to silk to the most delicate piece of lace and not burn your clothing. Just one of the examples of our innovation.
Well, between the perfect iron and the perfect air fryer, Philips seem to have us covered perfectly.